Hola, buenos dias. Let's look at Español Uno, an overview. So first thing I want to do is go over the syllabus, and I'm going to walk you through this the way you're going to do it. You're going to make a copy, and here we are. All of your syllabi, or most of your syllabi, will look like this. As a school, we have come up with a template for what things should look like, and we all have the same expectations throughout the school. Of course, your course description is going to be a little bit different, and let's go over that. So in Spanish, we will stick to our standards set by the Virginia Department of Education, but we're also going to use the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages. And then our textbook is Que Chifre, and I'll talk a little bit more about the textbook in just a minute. You will receive a high school credit for this class if you complete it successfully. And also a reminder, Spanish 1 is now a semester class, not a whole year. Required materials, these are all laid out in the boxes. I would highly recommend over here earbuds or headphones. Okay, that is going to be important, especially when you're in your learning coach session. And also if you're distance learning, if you have to come to a Google Meet at home, you probably want to have some headphones so you're not having everybody in your house listen to everything, right? Okay, objectives of the class. This is what we'll be learning. Simple conversations, dialogues, paragraphs, basic grammar structures. This is one of the most important things that I can really need to emphasize. You will need to learn, memorize 15 to 20 vocabulary structures every week. Okay, and that is going to go right into this one, but this is important to remember. Studying is imperative. If we don't have the words to speak Spanish, then we can't talk. If you wouldn't know any words in English, you wouldn't be able to talk. So it's the same thing in another language. You need to have the vocabulary, the words to make sentences. And I'm going to get a little bit of my soapbox right here. I believe anyone can learn another language. However, when you're learning it when you're a little bit older, almost an adult, it becomes harder because I am trying to teach you a lot of the language modes at the same time. I'm asking you to be able to not only speak it, I'm asking you to write it, spell it, comprehend what you're reading, and then make sense of the whole thing. When you were a little baby learning English, the first thing you only learned were words and just the speaking. You didn't have to read it or write it. So all those things make it a little bit more difficult. But it's not that you can't do it. It's just that it's going to take a little bit more effort. Okay, that was stepping off my soapbox. Let's go to online translators. They are not to be used. Do not put a whole phrase in Google Translate and then use it. That is, that's not right. That's cheating. That's not coming from here. That's not what you've learned. So I do allow you to use word reference or SpanishDictionary.com. Those are, you can look up words. If you are trying to write something and you're like, oh, I haven't learned this yet, but I think I know how to use it, you may look up the word, or you may look up the verb, and if you can use it in the correct way. Okay, the words you can use, but not online translators where you put the whole sentence in it and it just spews it back at you. Let's go a little bit over procedures and expectations. As I said, these are all school-wide. So all teachers will have the same procedures and expectations. You need to arrive on campus anywhere between 9:30 and 10, please, not earlier than 9:30. Be responsible, listen, make sure you have all your material, make sure your Chromebooks are charged. When you are in a face-to-face session, make sure that you follow the directions of your teacher. I'm not going to go through all of these. And when you are learning virtually in a Google Meet or from home, same things apply as that are at school. You're going to apply at home. Make sure your microphones are muted. Make sure that you're not distracted. Don't be on your phone while you're attending a Google Meet. Google grading policies are the same as last year. Here is your letter grades and the numerical equivalent, what they mean. You will still have summatives, tests, and formatives, which are your quizzes. The one thing I really want to go down to is the honor code. So Liberty High School has an honor code. It states, I, as a student of Liberty High School, pledge to do all within my power to uphold the honor, integrity, and scholastic standing of my school, to assume responsibility for my own actions, and neither to give nor receive help on any homework, quiz, test, exam, or other assignment that I'm expected to do alone. Please reflect on this. It's very important that you take pride in your work, that you are the driver of your education, of your learning. Okay, so please reflect on that. There are here are the possible results for the honor code infractions. And then the last thing on the syllabus is cell phone and electronic devices. Basically, it states you may have your cell phone with you, but only use it when in a non-instructional setting, or if your instructional coach or your teacher gives you permission. Otherwise, they should be off and away. Electronic devices, same thing. Unless you have permission, please don't make it a distraction. And then there's a little bit something different here at the end. We are not asking you to, return a paper to us signed that you've read this and your parent or guardian has read this. We would like for you to do it in Canvas. So there will be a syllabus assignment in Canvas that you need to complete. You need to type your name, your mom or dad or your guardian needs to type their name, and that will acknowledge that you have read and understood the syllabus. Okay, that's it for the syllabus. Let's now go a little bit to what Canvas looks like for my class for Spanish 1. Okay, so I'm going to toggle to my Spanish. This is what you will see on the main page. When you get to the main page, there are all these clickable buttons. You learn a little bit myself. Remember, I told you how to get to the syllabus, and the video will be here. There's dictionary links, and then there's extra resources. There's a Remind. That's where you find your Remind code. And then up here, I will put a couple more buttons to get to the eHall Pass and to Flex Manager. And I'll quickly show you what it looks like on, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's go back to courses. Okay, here we go. So as I said, on your home page, it's going to look like this. You will have your home, which this will float up, your modules, your grades, Passport. You'll see this button because you'll need this a lot. And formative, you guys know, it's a, you've probably used it with math, and I will use it for quizzes. Let's go back to our modules. This is where all the modules are. All your work is right in here. And my modules are laid out by the week. So for example, your first module is September 9 and 10. And then the next week you have a new module. So let's go to, I'm not going to go over that first module because it's just introduction. You just have to follow the steps. But look, here's that syllabus assignment. And let's look at module 2. So for every module, I'll have an overview. Click on the overview of the module. And in every module overview, you'll have a video going through the module with you. Every module have days, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. For every day you have something to do. Okay, so let's go. So the module overview tells you exactly what the module is about, and you'll have a pacing checklist so you can check off what you've done for every day. It will give you the objectives. Very short, very brief. Let's go to day 1. Okay, day 1 will tell you exactly this is your can-do statement. Today I will set up my notebook, learn new vocabulary. It will go straight through here, it tells you how to set up your notebook, and then it tells you to go to Passport. Okay, remember that Passport button I talked about previously? Passport is our online Spanish platform. You will find all your resources there, your textbook, your assignments, your vocabulary, when you need to learn vocabulary, your flashcards, everything will be in Passport. So I'll make assignments. You will just have to click on it and it'll tell you exactly what to do. Okay. For example, see, it says go to Passport, button on the left side of your screen, sign in, and then you go to eVisuals. You'll be like, oh, what's eVisuals? eVisuals is where you get your vocabulary. Okay, there's pictures. You click on the picture, it will sound it out, and you'll have to practice. Now you're like, but Miss Rooney, I don't know anything about passports. You will, because if you go back to, I'm not doing this the right way, but I'm just trying to get, here we go. In your first module, you will learn how to use Passport. I'm going to walk you the second day. I'm going to walk you through Passports. Okay, see, the objective is sign in and create an account in Passport, our online textbook, Kitje and resources. So don't fret, I'm going to walk you through how to get a Passport account. Okay, I think that's pretty much the overview of the course. In Passport, when you're talking about Passport, once you're in the Passport platform, you're going to submit all your work in Passport. Okay, so we have to distinguish between, really make sure that you know when to submit in Passport and when you submit in Canvas. And I'll try to make it very clear on how to do that. I'm trying to be as structured and clear as I can. And sometimes I know it looks clear, it feels like it's clear in my head, and it does not come across to you. So if those things happen, you know, we will, and I'm sure we will get into situations. Remember where to find me. You can email me. You can come to my Google offices, my office time. You can come to Google Meets. Please come to Google Meets, and some Google Meets will be mandatory. And then you can come to me face-to-face when you are at school. Make sure you connect with your learning coach. Say, I need to go see Ms. Rooney. We'll set it up in Flex Time. Okay, Flex Manager, I believe it's called Flex Manager. So all those ways you can contact me, and I'm here at school and I'm here to help you. And please, 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 let's connect, and you know, it's going to be a great year. Okay, so that is it for today. Eso es todo. And I'll see you soon. Hasta pronto.